Let you all open all your three eyes.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham.
Let's start with the Sadguru Vandanam. Nityanandam Paramasukadam Kevalam Jnanamurtim Dvandvatitam Gaganasadusham Tattvamasyaadilakshయం Ekam Nityam Vimalamachalam Sarvadi Sakshi Bhutam Bhavatitam Trigunarahitam Sadgurum Tam Namami. Let's go through the disclaimers. Security measures. No photography, video, audio recording. Important cautions. Please be aware of the important cautions. What is spa manifestation? Let's hear from Bhagwan himself explaining what is spa manifestation.
All the 25 states of consciousness, when they happen in you due to your chemicals and hormones ups and downs, it is powerlessness. When it happens in you out of your free will and consciousness, it is powerfulness. That's all. When you fall into sleep, it is powerlessness. When you enter into sleep, it is powerfulness. When you fall into dream, it is powerlessness. When you decide to dream, it is powerfulness. So I have added the ultimate powerfulness, Turiyatita, in your whole being and doing. Manifest all the powers. Understand, power manifestation is nothing but cognitive shift. It is not work. It is cognitive shift. Understand? It is just cognitive shift. It's not work. Work is a 4-letter word. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, playing with life, playing with being alive. Static matter, dynamic activity, strategic existence, all these three has no boundary. You are one with it. You are alive in everything. Everything listens to you. Everything decides as you want. Power manifestation is cognitive shift, raising your frequency, not work.
Now let's understand who is Paramashiva. Bhagwan himself has beautifully explained the Paramashiva in all of us.
Paramashiva does manifestation, maintenance, rejuvenation, pulling out of delusion and liberation. He resides in his supreme Paramashiva Swarupa as Ajomuha or Adhomuha, unborn, beyond form, formlessness. His Paramashiva Swarupa. That Paramashiva Swarupa manifests with these 5 faces as Sadashiva, Tatpurusha, Vamadeva, Ahora, Satyojata, Ishana. 5 faces he manifests and does the Panchakritya, Srishti, manifestation, Sthiti, sustenance, Samhara, rejuvenation, Trobhava, pulling out of delusion, Anugraha, liberation. Understand? He does all these 5 jobs. Through these 5 phases. Now listen carefully. Tatpurusham, Vamadevam, Satyojatam, Ahoram, Ishanam. These 5 phases does Panchakrityas. Each phase, each dimension is not just one F-A-C-E phase, P-H-A-S-E phase. It's not just F-A-C-E, P-H-A-S-E. Understand? The creation, not just creation getting created, even sustenance need to be created, destruction need to be created, and pulling out of delusion need to be created, liberation need to be created. Then creation, manifestation need to be maintained. Maintenance, sthiti itself need to be maintained. Destruction, samhara, the rejuvenation need to be sustained, maintained when it is happening. Pulling out of delusion, trobhava, need to be maintained when it is happening. And anugraha, liberation, need to be maintained when it is happening. Those micromilliseconds when it is happening. So understand, Satyojata Murti as 5 phase, Ishana Murti as 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti as 5 phase, Agora Murti has 5 phase, Tatpurusha Murti has 5 phase. So, Tatpurusha Murti has his 5 phase, Agora Murti has his 5 phase, Vamadeva Murti has his 5 phase, Satyojata Murti has his 5 phase, Ishana Murti has his 5 faces. All these 5 Murtis, 5 faces put together is 25 faces of Mahasadashiva.
Bhagavan beautifully explained Paramashiva. Now, who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam? Let's hear from Bhagavan himself. Supreme Pontiff of Hinduism, Jagadguru Mahasannidhanam, His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is a reviver of Kailasha, the ancient enlightenment civilization, the great cosmic borderless nation. Is an avatar from and is a supreme pontiff of Hinduism. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, has made science of our manifestation, yoga, temple-based university for humanity, Sovijian order of Kailasha led by His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, and Nityananda order of monks, nuns, Hindu diasporas are working for global peace to give superconscious breakthrough to humanity. Nityananda Hindu University, world's largest with extended campus in 150 countries, is collecting, organizing, preserving, time-capsuling, decoding, spreading and reviving 20 million source books of Hinduism and 64 sacred arts, science like Ayurveda, music, dance, sculpting, astrology, Vastu, and many more. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, is 293rd Guru Mahasannidhanam of Shamalapita Sarvanyapita, ancient apex body of Hinduism and present emperor of Suryavamsa Surangi Swamrajyam. His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, has survived the worst persecution of multiple assassination attempts on person and character by anti-Hindu elements. Beautifully, Bhagavan now explains who is His Divine Holiness, Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam.
Everything is infinitely powerful. You realize your potentiality. You establish yourself in the completion, space of completion. You are God, that's all. All of us are gods. The first experience is that I was able to see everything around me, above me, the whole 360 degree. I realized not only I was able to see, I was able to feel, experience the skin of the stone on rock on which I was sitting and the skin of this body. Both carry me equally. In both I exist equally. Sangha is a place where the tattvas are taught to you, and till it becomes satya, you are supported. Akhadas are basically founded by Sadashiva himself. All is ganas, Shiva ganas. Exactly the word gana means. In your length, breadth, depth, if you are filled by Shiva, you are Shiva Gana. All the Shiva Ganas formed the first Akhada. Later on, much later, Kapila Muni organizes Mahanirvani Akhada. Then all other Akhadas. Mahamandaleshwar of Mahanirvani Akhada, the oldest apex body of Hinduism, I welcome every one of you. What I am teaching is from original Agamas Yogapada. The science very clearly declares, Sadashiva is very clear, manifestation of these powers happen when you experience oneness with Sadashiva. When you choose your guru, the best thing is find a person who is enlightened, experienced, who can play with energy, who can directly transmit experience to you, and who is in tune with the original Shastras, the source of the knowledge. All the revealed scriptures available about the yoga directly by Sadashiva for you to do research, study, practice, question the people who teach.
The science of power manifestation is a gift to the humanity which is authentic, time-tested, scientific and foolproof. Diksha or the initiation from His Divine Holiness Nityananda Paramashivam makes the science directly an experience for the initiates. The experience is directly authenticated by the Pramanas. The Shastra Pramanas, the eternal, unchangeable truth revealed in the source scriptures, the Veda and Agamas. The Apta Pramanas, the experience of the Rishis, Munis, Ganas, Nayanamars, Alvars and Siddhars, who are the authority of Hinduism, who have scientists who time-tested and verified the science of power manifestation. The Atma Pramanas are the avatar who land on the planet Earth to give a superconscious breakthrough to humanity. His Divine Holiness Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam, this millennium's avatar, personal experience of power manifestation. Shakshi Pramanas are the experience of the millions of disciples, devotees and followers initiated into the science of power manifestation by Bhagavan himself. Pratyaksha Pramanas are the scientific studies which can be measuring the effect of being in the enlightened state. Powerful cognition from Bhagavad Gita Decoder. Let's go to the powerful cognition from the Satsang.
Sadashivasamarambaam Shankaracharyamध्यamam Asmadacharyaparyantam Vande Guru Paramparam. I welcome all of you with my love and respects. Let's enter into Bhagavad Gita. Today we'll see second chapter, 7th verse, Sankhya Yoga.
कार्पण्य दोषोपहत स्वभावः प्रचामि त्वां धर्म सम्मूढचेताः यश्रेयस्या निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यस्तेऽहं साधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्.
कार्पण्य दोषोपगत स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्म सम्मूढचेताः यच्छ्रेयस् स्यात् निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्यास्तेऽहं शातिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्. Here ends Arjuna's confusion. Let's see the translation. My inherent nature has been overpowered by the taint of pity. My reasoning faculty has become bewildered by morality. Instruct me, who is your disciple, who has submitted to you by pronouncing that which may bring auspicious result. See, depression comes due to two reasons. One, inertia, tamas, which Duryodhana has it. Second, restlessness, rajas. The depression which comes out of restlessness
One good thing with it is, when it turns, suddenly it realizes it is self-contradicting. When the realization it is self-contradicting comes, there is a possibility you can be out of the depression. First time, Arjuna is ready to listen. Please understand. Unless you are ready to listen, anything said is waste and sometimes dangerous. Unless you are ready to listen, anything said is waste and sometimes dangerous. Arjuna has become fully aware of his dilemma. I think the best way to get people out of confusion, I usually use this technique. Let them talk. When they talk, in 10 minutes they will understand they are contradicting their own logic. They are not hitting, they are hitting. They are not hitting the outside, they are hitting themselves. They'll just know they are contradicting themselves. Tam tata krupaya vishtam asru. In the first sutra of this chapter, the Arjuna was described as a poor being by Sanjaya. Tam tata kripaya vishtam means he is describing the very poor condition that he is crying and all that. Tam tata kripaya vishtam ashrupurna kulekshanam vishitantam mitam vakyam uvacha madhusudana. But I can say, Arjuna did a small but great decision. He saved himself. I can say just this one word. Tanme sishyasteham. I am your disciple. Instruct me, who is your disciple. I can say in this one word, Arjuna saved himself. If he has not uttered this word, Krishna would not have started getting to the root of the problem. Please understand. Even the few words Krishna uttered, he was not getting into the root of the problem. He was just giving plain instruction. He was talking very socially. Hey, what will happen to your prestige? Akirtigaram Arjuna. It is defaming you. Krishna is also talking only in the language of name and fame, because Arjuna is ready to relate with Krishna only in that line. You are a king, I am a king, come on, give me your counseling. Now Arjuna starts, no, I am your disciple. Please start. Arjuna comes down to Guru Sishya Bhava from Sahabhava. The big problem with Sahabhava and Mathura Bhava is you stop listening. With Sahabhava and Mathura Bhava, the biggest problem is the ability to listen disappears. Arjuna was in Sahabhava, means the attitude of a friend, and Mathura Bhava, of course. As I said, there are enough of references. Arjuna was in love with Krishna, even physically.
Of course, see, Arjuna and Krishna are incarnations of same energy. So it's almost like a same life extended to two body. So you can't even use the regular abusive words, gay relationship, homosexuality. Even the word love cannot be used. Too cheap. The Arjuna and Krishna's connection, any word you utter, it's a disrespect. It's almost like a relationship between the original source and his own reflection, his own expression, Nara Narayana. Other than this word Nara Narayana, any word you use is abusive. Arjuna was deeply in love with Krishna as he was maintaining the attitude of friendliness. See, the greatness with the incarnation is he does not disturb your attitude. He lets you evolve. He allows you to evolve. He allows you to grow step by step. Whatever is said and done, as long as Arjuna was in Sakabhava, friendliness, Krishna did not get to the bottom of the problem. He did not address the whole problem from spiritual angle. He was addressing the problem only from social angle. See, Arjuna respects Krishna only as another one king. So Krishna also behaves the same way. Okay, if you see me as another one king, I'll see you. I will also treat you as another friend king. I'll share whatever the politically polite advice. But Arjuna saved himself by uttering this one word. I can say now this fellow is having the best of both. See, to live Sakabhava and Mathurabhava is the best attitude. But when you want to listen, when you are in problem, you should just switch to the Guru Sishya Bhava.
Bhagavan says, when you surrender to the Guru, how things change in your life. Now let's go to the Shastra Pramana.
Is taken from the Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.19. Shakti Sandhane Sharirotpatihi. Shakti Sandhane Sharirotpatihi.
Shiva Sutra, Sutra 1.19. Bhagavan Parameshwara says, by aiming and fixing the self on Shakti, uniting in oneness with a supreme power, the embodiment of that which is cognized and willed, manifest at once in its length, breadth, depth, time, and space dimension. Bhagavan beautifully says how Arjuna finally, after rambling, gave up and surrendered, saying, Krishna, I don't know what's going on. You have to help me. And surrendered, what should I do? Please tell me. When we surrender to the Guru, then he can expand us to the reality. The space of how we exist matters when we go to the Guru. He is always initiating us into the highest reality. But are we there to receive it? We are constantly asking him to change, not us to change. Change in such a way that it will match what we are. Instead, when we give up our definition of our identity and align to be ready to give up that identity, that thought current that we cherish in every level of conditioning that we are going through, surrendering that will only open up to the higher reality. because mind cannot grasp the higher reality. It has to be taken out through the surgery of our Guru. Bhagavan always says, hate what I hate and love what I love in you. When Master hates something in you, hate that part of it. When Master loves something in you, love that part of you. And go on living that. Paramashiva will guide me. He will take care of me. The intelligence of seeking itself, Bhagavan says, it will take us into deeper realization. Bhagavan is also a reflection of our consciousness, the Paramashiva space in us. The Guru who has come down only will be seen only when we start seeking the Guru inside us. Bhagavan beautifully says, when you start seeking, I will be available to raise you to the higher level. And Guru happens to guide you, and even to the extent, even if you have not understood, he will take care of you. Mahaperiva in Shankara Math, he once in the village was helped by a small child who was helping him with the bilva leaves. So when he left the village, he asked what boon you want. The village boy was so intelligent that he said his father had told him, any great saint comes, ask him for enlightenment. So this small boy said, I want enlightenment. And then they left the village, and he told the village chief to keep him updated about this boy. And the Periva left the village. And suddenly, after so many years, the Mahaperiva started taking bath many times in the river again and again and chanting the Sostra. Everybody was so shocked to see his behavior suddenly. And then, after some time, he heard from a phone call came from that village that the boy is in the deathbed and he has to be like leaving the body and asking for blessing. Exactly, Periva knew that before itself, and because he has finished so many births to get liberated, Mahaperiva took the responsibility of going through all that by himself, by taking many births and doing the whole tarpana and releasing all the karma and liberating the soul. All the enlightened master are waiting to liberate us. Just they come down to initiate us into that very space. Once we are only seeking for that, we become aligned to what they want to give us, to the higher reality. All we know is, with our mind we can do is surrendering the mind to the master and listening to what he says as Guru Vak. That's why Guru Vak is the most important part of living with the Guru and manifesting our realities. Now let's go to the Apta Pramana. Now in this Kalidasa was often ridiculed as a fool for his foolish behavior. Dasa thus grew determined to become the wisest and most learned man in the country. And achieve this end, he started his journey through a forest to search for a guru. After many days of worshipping, Dasa was able to find the great yogi meditating under a big great banyan tree. Dasa fell at his holy feet and yogi begged for his blessing. Yogi accepted Dasa as his disciple and gave him the Guru mantra for pleasing the goddess Kali and ordered him to recite the mantra day and night in the temple all alone. One night, goddess appeared before Dasa in her most fierce form, but being ignorant about fear, Dasa closed the main temple door to the holy sanctum. The goddess asked him to open the sanctum, but Dasa refused, saying, "Oh mother, I will only allow you to enter if goddess Kali gives me the buddhi, the intelligence." The goddess was pleased and his devotion and simplicity and blessed him with the extraordinary intellect and in excellence in the art of poetry. Dasa wish was fulfilled. The prayer was granted. Education, poetical powers descended miraculously to Dasa, who in gratitude assumed the name Kalidasa, devotee of Kali. The source is Ahilo Prasanti of 634 AD. In the inscription of is noted this story of Kalidasa. We'll go to the Atma Pramana.
And in that 60 days, sometime it will be summer holidays for the school and weekend. Anyhow, because I learnt the language to study these Upanishads, that book has become so part of me. It's actually a Tamil translation and commentary. I can literally just repeat the whole book. I can just literally repeat the whole book. Sometimes Kuppamal will read the book and Isaki Swamigal will explain. She will ask some real serious questions and Isaki Swamigal will answer. I will not ask anything, I will not talk anything, I will never ask any question. I will just sit and listen. Suddenly Kuppamal asked Isaki Swamigal, Swamiji, this fellow is not asking any question, I think he is not understanding anything. Then Isaki Swamigal laughed and said, no, I am observing. Throughout all these days, his eyes have expanded and very attentive, but his eyebrows never hit each other, having a doubt or a question in his head. So through this body language and facial expression, I know he is understanding the whole thing. He is internalizing the whole thing. That's the first time I understood. If your eyes are wide open, you are attentive, and if your eyebrows are hitting at each other, you are a little confused or you have a question, you are not able to cognize that part. What a subtle study of the body language. So, if you do like this, it means there is some part you don't understand, you are not cognizing. But if you do like this, you are just imbibing. He said his eyes are wide open, is awake, alive, available, receiving. But his eyebrows never hit each other, showing any doubt or unable to cognize. And I saw his inner space is completely imbibing it, internalizing it. I bow down to my gurus, Guru and Paramaguru, who introduced Upanishads to me in this body. Offer my gratitude to them before entering into the Upanishads. Please understand
the mid back and lengthen from the lower back.
I may be a born enlightened being or I may be an incarnation, whatever. But in this body, these great masters have introduced Upanishads to me. So I bow down to both of them with my gratitude. Guru and Paramaguru, with their blessings, And with Mahadeva's grace, invoking the presence of all the rishis, I am bringing these great Upanishads to all of you.
Beautiful. Now let's go to Shakshi Pramana. Shakshi Pramana are the initiated disciple devotees all around the world, manifesting and experiencing and sharing their testimonial. Here from the courtyard, the Nityananda participants are expressing their experience with Balasans, manifesting the power of length, knowing large amount of information.
Some things as detailed as the pi. In the mathematical expression we have this pi. She did not know what it was, but she said something, I can see some symbol, and she wrote down that symbol, and then she asked, what is this? So she was able to give the square roots of such huge numbers to the recurring decimals, which was, I was like shocked, because it takes so much of calculation to, we can approximately come to an answer, but to write a recurring decimals which go on continuously, followed after the decimal, it is so difficult. But she was doing it like in less than, the maximum time she took for a particular question was like about 60 seconds, the maximum. The minimum was 15 seconds. Some were less than 15 seconds. We asked her about the circumference of the earth, and the answer that she gave was perfect. That was like less than 5 seconds. Circumference of the earth. And then we looked back in the Google when we had to check for the answers, because we really didn't know the answers. So we were checking the answers. Yeah, it took longer for us to actually check the answers. So she wrote the answers, like it was so precise. And then we asked her questions on analogy, which has a lot of verbal reasoning, which is basically used to crack your logic in these competitive exams like CAT, which is used for entering into top business schools in India. She was able to crack all the questions in that logical reasoning question paper. We put her questions only from those. And she was able to give the answers in less than 10 to 15 seconds.
Prataksha Pramana. Scientific studies. What can be measured? Measuring the effects of being in enlightenment state. Vedic sciences have always maintained that consciousness is the very substance of space and time. His Divine Holiness, Bhagwan Paramahamsa Nityananda, has clearly defined the existence of 11 dimensions of consciousness. As per his elucidation, space can exist by itself. On the other hand, time can exist only in the presence of space, but can still exist without other dimensions, including the obvious ones, depth, length, and breadth. Source from Avatar Shastra, Chapter 2, Consciousness, page 83. In quantum terms, thought too is energy. Every cell of our body produces thoughts in the form of signals, which may be electrical, chemical, or otherwise. These can be measured in TPS, or thoughts per second. The normal TPS of the average human being can be hundreds of or thousands. Some thoughts are processed consciously, while others are processed unconsciously. A TPS of 0 is the state of Advaita, or enlightenment. Space is made up of strings of potential energy, which are in constant vibration, spanda, leading to the creation of virtual particles. This is a very basis of the Vedic truth of consciousness. In the Avatar Shastra, Swamiji mentions quantum physicist Amit Goswami's article about entanglement between two people. Quantum physicist of Indian origin, Amit Goswami, made two people meditate together. They were separated in two chambers, one person in each. When one person had a light stroked at his eye, it caused the firing of certain frequency in the brain. Remarkably, at the same moment, the other person's brain also fired, even though he never saw the light. This proves that the energies of people intuitively affect each other.
There are two kinds of movement in the world. One kind of movement is maximum speed limit with the speed of light. That's the kind of movement that is allowed in the domain that we call space and time. That's where matter moves, that's where things look diverse. But the other kind of domain is where the speed of communication is infinite. We call it non-local. That's the domain of potentiality. And if there is instant connection in that domain, then do you see it got to be one? If things are instantly interconnected, that interconnectedness is a oneness. That is the oneness that mystics and spiritual teachers talk about. That is the oneness. So simply by recognizing that objects are possibilities, we are looking at a oneness. And then it's just a question of language. Question of language. What should I call this oneness?
Setting up the items for the length dimension power, logical question and answers from the Atma Murti, Akasha. Have an Atma Murti, or you can have it on the screen, pen and paper, Jnananjan, and camera with a timestamp. Let us set the camera, download the timestamp app, click on the video, ensure that the time is shown on the screen very clearly. Make sure the camera is facing you in a bright area with no sound at the back. With making sure that the camera is recording clearly the whole video, the person and the Atma Murti. Guidelines to start recording the manifestation of powers. Turn on the video camera. Apply the Jnananjan on your third eye. Bring your awareness to your third eye. Randomly ask a logical mathematical question or derivation or formula or analysis which gives a definite answer to compare the results. Use Akasha or Atma Murti for manifesting through the third eye. Please write down in a piece of paper all that appears in the Atma Murti. Once you get the results, match the results with the original results, and if the logical answer or derivation or symbols or formulas or key concept are exactly matching, then it's perfect manifestation of the power. If you have one decimal different or the reverse order or missing decimal digits, you just started manifesting the power. Some of them are right. So start celebrating the whole science of power manifestation. More and more manifestation will lead you into the more depth of manifestation. Verify and share the videos with others and listen to others experience the power manifestation. Power manifestation instructions. Let's sit straight, the head, neck and back in a straight line, so that beautifully the Kundalini energy raises to the Agnya where the manifestation happens. Usually our awareness is on Muladhara, Swadhisthana and Manipuraha, where navel center, your below navel center. Here, bringing the awareness to your third eye and sitting straight will give us amazing possibility of power manifestation. Now let's understand few words that Bhagavan is repeatedly using. Shaktipada, oneness, be unclutched. Initiation. So here first we will see in Bhagwan's words what is Shakti Pada.
Let me give an introduction about what is Shaktipada process. Please understand. You would have seen or heard about how the chicken sits on the egg and hatches. Of course, in the modern countries, this does not happen. Machine sits on the egg and or egg sits on the machine. In those days, originally when hens and chicken were getting produced on the planet Earth, the hen used to sit on the chicken and hen used to sit on the egg and the chicken will come out of the egg. See, same way, Sadashiva sitting means the ultimate cosmic energy sitting on the individual soul and making the individual soul into cosmic energy is Shaktipada. Hence sitting on the egg and making the chicken happen, same way. You may think, how come, what is going on here? That hen is only sitting just by the body heat of the hen and the egg is becoming chicken. Because no surgery is done and nothing goes inside. It's only sitting. Same way, it is just sitting. It's only the presence, the Shaktipada makes the individual soul into cosmic soul.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained Shaktipada, how individual soul becomes cosmic soul, and let's listen to initiation.
See, let me explain the initiation. Initiation is the process beyond your intellectual understanding. The transmission of lamp happens. Now, you understood something intellectually. There is something which is not understood, which can't be transmitted through the words. That is transmitted. That's what we call initiation. Sometime I tell people that unless you are initiated, the techniques do not create the result. The reason is you do not grasp completely whatever is expressed through words. Initiation is like it just transmits whatever need to be transmitted beyond logic and beyond words. People ask me why to wear this bracelet or this mala and all those things. This all will remind you. Why bracelet in the hand? It will remind you, before eating, did you meditate? It's a constant reminder. Before eating, let you be reminded, did you do the meditation? That is why this bracelet. That is why this mala. That is why this external things. Sometimes these external things does a big job of reminding you constantly. That is why take the help of external things also, nothing wrong. People ask me, why we can just be spiritual without having external things? If you can, really you are welcome. But I don't think anybody who speaks in that way is successful. I've never seen people becoming successful avoiding the external things, just having internal things. And it is just nice way of escaping from yourself.
Beautifully, Bhagavan explained initiation. Let's listen to be unclutched. What is to be unclutched?
The thoughts, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Because the gap between two thoughts is too small.
the neutral space between the two thoughts is too small, you think all the thoughts are connected and it is in the shape form. It is not. By your very nature, every thought is independent, illogical, unconnected, and unclutched. Within every thought, you experience a neutral space. When you change the gear, whether you go from neutral to 1 or 1 to 2 or 2 to 3 or 3 to 4 or 4 to whatever gears you may change, but every time you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to the next gear. Even if you want to go from 2 to 3, you have to come to the neutral space. Only then you can go to 3. Same way, between every thought, you experience a neutral space. You experience a neutral space between every thoughts. Between every thought. That neutral space, that silence is what I call peace or bliss. The peace which exists, the bliss which exists already in you, between every thought, the gap of the thought, the gap between the thoughts, that neutral space is the peace, is the bliss. When you understand you are unconnected, independent, illogical, and untouched by your very nature, you will start experiencing the neutral space in you, neutral space which exists in you. You will start living from moment to moment in spontaneity. We need to understand one more thing. This technique of being unclutched, it does miracles in your being. In the body level, or in the mental level, or in the being level. In every level, when you understand the truth, by your very nature, you are unclutched. The tremendous quantum transformation. You take a quantum jump. The transformation happens in quantum, not step by step. Just one jump. You take a quantum jump and experience the truth awakening in you.
The oneness space is the most beautiful space that Bhagavan himself is explaining how we are ferocious. Beyond the tiredness and boredom, we can experience the space of oneness and be unclutched.
Oneness is not imagination. Oneness is not visualization. Oneness is not even just declaration. It is your existence. An idea which is you is oneness. The idea which has become part of your very space, which does not tire you or bore you by the passage of the time, is oneness. Mahadeva says in the Agama, Sadashiva beautifully explains in the Agama, Kala, Yama cannot tire you or bring boredom to you if something becomes your space. Devi achieved the blissful state and union with Mahadeva on Shivaratri day because our space became oneness. Anything which brings tiredness or boredom has not yet become your space if living in this body
brings you tiredness and boredom, you are not going to be living in this body forever. When that becomes too much, you are going to drop it and move ahead. If you want to be in oneness forever, it should become part of your space, means you should become ferocious with you and break this very tiredness and boredom. Only when you deal you with the ferociousness, you break the tiredness and boredom. With that ferociousness, you need to make oneness as your space. Anything stands as an imagination in the length level, visualization in the breadth level, declaration in the depth level. If you open your time with ferociousness, it just sinks into space level. With this ferociousness, the time layer in you opens, and the oneness from imagination to visualization to declaration, it becomes your space, the way of existence.
The most important, Bhagavan says, being unclutched, understanding the Shaktipada, the oneness space, and chanting the Mahavakya. The Mahavakya, the power of the Mahavakya pushes you into the higher states of consciousness. Here Bhagavan himself explains how we can experience the Shaktipada, raised higher consciousness through Mahavakya.
It's one of the very important revelation by Sadashiva. All the electronic equipments work when the electrons are made to vibrate. That happens by the light. When the electricity is supplied, the light particle vibrates, the electronic equipment starts working. Just like that, the spiritual power and the umbilical cord connection, spiritual umbilical cord connection between you and me, it works with sound particle. For example, my integrity with the cosmos, Sadashiva, Mahasadashiva, it reverberates in certain level of frequency. When you are integrated to me, you also start reverberating in the same frequency. If your integrity goes down, that is when you start connecting with me only as a manager or this organization head or your Purvashram father, mother. Your connection with me goes down to the lower level if the integrity gets reduced. I was wondering, what is the way we can bring people to the higher integrity immediately and the feeling connection, so they start manifesting the powers, they start staying in the space of Sadashivatva. Sadashiva revealed a beautiful sound. I can tell you, this is like a password. At any point, if you are not able to bring yourself to oneness, you are a little shaken, disturbed, or for some reason, you are not able to bring yourself to oneness. This is like a password. You type, whether your mind feels connected or not, the energy will start flowing in you beyond the depth dimension. You see, all mind oscillation, restlessness, all mental idea based feeling connected or not feeling connected is only length, breadth, depth level, not in the space level. But this sound will straight infuse energy from the space level. Like for example, if the power goes off, automatically the generator will get switched on and the power supply will be going on. So end result will not be lost. Whether government power supply or the generator power supply, End result will not be stopped. So whenever you feel little that oneness is, you're not catching it, just feed this password. Immediately the oneness will open up and you will start manifesting the powers, energy, and the whole space will shift. It is directly from Sadashiva. It's a beautiful sound. I don't even want to say it's a mantra. It is not even a mantra because there is no meaning in it. You can't derive a meaning for it. It just flashed like a password for all the initiations I am giving. One single password for all the initiations I am giving. And the initiations I gave, I am giving, I will be giving for all that. This is like one password. Don't even repeat like a mantra. Just feed like a password and it will just open up. Your whole being will open up. Listen carefully. It starts with the vibration Om. Listen and then repeat. Om. Very deep. Om. Nityananda. Nityananda. Maha Sadashivoham.
So Bhagavan gave beautiful explanation of how you can be in Shaktipada. Visualize Paramashiva who has come down as Bhagavan Nityananda Paramashivam from Kailasha. Remembering Paramashiva in your third eye, again and again bringing your awareness to your third eye simply makes you manifest powers. Absolute unclutching. How Bhagavan said, the neutral zone, nothing ever touches the screen. Like same way, the movie does not touch the screen, whether it is happening in ferocious or any soft, beautiful, nothing touches the screen. Be unclutched like the screen. And to experience the state of Paramashiva, your inner space being completely unclutched. Complete completion to experience the space of Paramashiva. Inside us, the complete completion happens when we are in tune with Paramashiva. That everything is redundant and irrelevant. The essence of completion is irrelevant. Nothing matters in your life because everything is complete completion. Oneness with Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, in ferocious breaking the boredom and tiredness, just being in the space of oneness with Paramashiva to manifest the powers of Paramashiva. Tyaga as Paramashiva is your only strength, now declaring complete integrity with Bhagavan to experience the being of Paramashiva. How Bhagavan said, chanting the Mahavakya raises your frequency and that is your only strength to manifest any reality. Being in this beautiful space of Paramashiva, you can experience such a beautiful space, state, powers, and becoming the being of Paramashiva, manifesting whatever you want. Now, you'll be manifesting the powers, watching the oneness capsule, and chanting the Mahavakya, Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. We'll be playing the Mahavakya and the oneness capsule for you to manifest powers. At end of the Mahavakya, you can start with the verification and sharing and causing. Thank you.
Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda
Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. 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 Om Paramashivam. Nityananda 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 Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up. Manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Om Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Nityananda Paramashivam. Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda 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 Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Nityananda Paramashivoham. Shivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Let Paramashiva's third eye manifest in all our third eyes. Let the Amrita pour, let the Varni open up, manifest in all of us. Let Paramashiva overflow, manifest the power in all our third eyes. Om Nityananda Paramashivoham. 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 Om Nityananda
Verification process for the length dimension logical question answer using Atmamurti. Verify that no video editing is done on the Shakti Avishkarna videos. Verify video is not stopped or restarted the process of manifestation. All videos have the timestamp. Video should have a wide angle. Do not tamper with the questions by showing the method or giving some clues, completely prohibited. Do not prepare the questions or answer in front of the manifester. If you have any answer in different metric system, convert it before verifying. Do not use any electronic device, books, Bluetooth, any during the power manifestation. Take some complex, difficult, logical questions so you know you're manifesting power, not the simple ones. Authentically verify the results should match exactly by anyone commonly looking at it, not interpreting or misinterpreting the results. Thank you for manifesting this power. Beautiful. We are at the end of the power manifestation, but most important part of the power manifestation. Here, we are going to share all that you have manifested with the social media groups. Here we have Sri Kailasha Kotiyar Manifesting Power Groups. Thousands of people are part of that. And you can share there and you can post your powerful cognition and the videos. The link is tinyurl.com/power manifestation. It is at the left corner of the page. You can click on it and you can post your beautiful experience in the power manifestation group. Why sharing and causing is very important part of power manifestation. Bhagavan beautifully explains that sharing is pulling us out of delusion and causing is liberating us. We are the ones who need to start experiencing the higher states of reality, how we need to exist. Beautifully, Bhagavan explains when you are sharing with others the ultimate beautiful multidimensional logic, your brain rewires into the higher space of consciousness, the Turyatita state. Again and again, when you experience even a little bit, you share with the world, your experience becomes reality. Same thing when you cause others to come and get initiated for higher reality, you are caused into the higher purpose, the ultimate reality. Bhagavan says extreme causing, extreme power manifestation is extreme causing. So beautifully he explains how our strength is declared on Paramashiva. The power manifestation happens exactly in tune to that. And sharing with the world, continuously reiterating ourselves the experience that we had from the powerful cognition and manifesting the space of Paramashiva, the state of Paramashiva, the beings of Paramashiva, we become Paramashiva. Go on sharing and causing, which is the most important part of how you have experienced your reality. When you go to a temple, we pray and we see that beautiful experience happen in us, and then share with the world that how amazing the temple experience has manifested as your reality. Same way, when you manifest powers, when you share with the world, it becomes more and more the depth cognition of you, and you will be experiencing more powers. Even if you're manifested very small, it does not matter the quantity. Bhagavan says the quality is important. If it is authentic, please go ahead and share with the world. Do not doubt, have self-doubt, self-denial, self-hatred come and block anything. Experience the ultimate in deep seeking and gratitude. Bhagavan manifest in you with a deep prayer, that asking Bhagavan to make this reality as your existential reality. With that, let's end with the Purna Mantra, thanking Bhagavan for all these great experience. We have come to the end of the power manifestation course, and we end with the Purna Mantra. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purna Purnamadashyate पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरि ओम तत्सत् सर्वं भगवते श्री नित्यानंद परमेश्वर पादुका अर्पणमस्तु। ओम नित्यानंदम। Thank you for participating in the Jnanapaddhati, Nityananda Jnanapaddhati course. Please go ahead and select more power manifestation and every day experience the ultimate reality for yourself. Nityananda.
Om Nityananda Paramashivoham